What's up, guys? Denny Sport Talk back with another episode. Today I'm with my co-host.
What's going on, guys? It's A-Rod.
And today we have a guest back on that we haven't had on a while.
What's up, guys? It's Khaled.
And yeah, we got the gang back together from
Episode 1 and 2, I think.
First 1 and 2 episode.
I think Khaled was on for the first and the second one.
I had to start you guys off right and get you going
Steer
on the
us
right
in
track.
the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been taking off since you've been gone.
Perfect.
Yeah, we don't need you. No, I'm just playing. It's great having you here.
Thanks.
It's great having you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to shit on him in the NBA, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so
We want to start this off.
we're going to start off with the Super Bowl. I want to hear your take first.
I was right. You were wrong. That's all I would say. I was right. You were wrong. Who the fuck is beating Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid? Don't get me wrong. If that call was never called, it would have been a closer game, as in, anything could have happened. But, I don't know. I just think, it was, we were talking about it the other day, Khaled, just to fill you in. Danny thinks that, the call was the right call, but it's not a call you should make at that time just because that's, it's a win or lose call. Basically, I'll say it myself, even though when I was rooting for the Chiefs, that call won the game.
Yeah.
Solidified it. You get it? Because they were already in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
So
It just drove them closer to the red zone.
What was the final score?
38-35.
Okay.
And my prediction score was 37-35 Eagles.
and he fucked up, and he corrected himself the next podcast that we had, the next
I said
episode.
34.
He said 38. He meant to say 38-35 Eagles, and ended up 38-35 Chiefs. Bro,
So it was literally the opposite score I said.
the spread, on FanDuel, for the 38-35 was I think 45,000. If it would have put $100,
Imagine I betted that and I
Oh my
fucking
God.
hit it. Oh my God, I would
I
have
should
cried.
have bet it on the Chiefs.
I would have cried. But I just see I'm wearing my evil hoodie today.
Yeah,
But I'm not mad we lost. I said this to you before.
Yeah.
I'm not mad we lost. I just it was a good game and all, but I just feel like there were so many calls they could have called before that, and they were missing them, and they just have to call the one that basically determined the game.
yeah.
And I respect Bradbury for coming out and saying he held the
owning up
guy,
to it.
he owned up
Definitely.
to it, but
I
everyone even said, in the analyst was it's the right call, but the way that game was going, that ball was never hitting Juju anyway.
Yeah,
never.
I didn't think so. Plus, who was it? I don't think it was Slay. There was coverage in the end zone.
Oh yeah,
you see
with
the ball,
CJ and
before the
Epps.
ball even gets touches the ground, there was somebody there.
Yeah, not even
So
that.
it
It
would've been
was
a closer
it was
play.
thrown back left pile gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
At 2 feet out of bounds. So I mean, you weren't gonna really catch it anyway. But it's just tough because it just seems like they handed them the game, and it seemed like that way it handed them the game in the Cincinnati game too, with those last calls leading up.
I get you.
They'll be back.
So I feel like we'll be back.
One thing I will eat my words for is not truly believing in Jalen Hurts, but that boy showed up.
Dog.
That boy showed up. That boy's a dog.
You know, to be honest, glad you brought that up. So, I thought Jalen Hurts was going to have a solid game. 200 yards, maybe 10 missed incompletions, 1 interception at least, and 2 or 3 touchdowns. Bro, he had 4 total touchdowns for 300-something yards.
And 3 of those were his.
And 3 of them were his. And he's the only QB in the league as of now to score 3 rushing touchdowns in a Super Bowl game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He
He's
tied
special.
Who did he tie? He tied someone for most touchdowns in a Super Bowl. I think it was
Well, there's
I'm forgetting his name.
yeah, I am too.
I have no
I saw
clue
it
who
too.
is.
But now remarkable game by Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I think it was still a solid game. Even though we lost,
Nah, it was
I
a
was
great
mad,
game.
but it was
That was a great
It's
game.
probably one of the best Super Bowls I've watched
Yeah.
recently.
Definitely. I feel like ever since we got spoiled with the Patriots and Falcons, it's just been
Yeah, I
downhill.
know.
But nah,
The only game I did not like was the Rams versus Patriots. That was such a defensive game. I hated watching. It was such a slow game.
Yeah, nah, it was. I'll definitely
But-
give you that.
We'll be back. I don't care what nobody else says.
You think it will be
I made it to the Super
against
Bowl.
the Chiefs again?
Versus Chiefs again? No.
No.
I think it'll be versus the Bengals or Bills. If we go back.
I think it's the end of the Bills. I mean, I don't
Alright,
want to call it a
I do
dynasty,
too,
but
but,
their
like,
run.
Yeah.
I think Stephon Diggs is out of there.
Really?
I mean, it's just because like
But Josh is still young.
Josh is still a great QB. It's just I don't know, like
It's just I don't
every
know,
year it's always
it's always the same shit.
it's literally
Always the same.
something that always comes down to when it comes to the big plays. I can't really say when it comes to big plays because Josh Allen last year didn't even have the chance to make a big play when the Chiefs won, when the Chiefs beat them. But I feel like just with the Bills, like they offensively they should be on papers they should be a powerhouse.
Exactly.
But like I think you just need somebody alongside, Stephon Diggs, and I thought Gabe Davis was a great addition, but I guess not. Maybe they need to solidify their running game too. I think their running game needs to get way better. But
They need a solid running back.
yeah,
I mean, Singletary's all right, but like they need someone who's they need like a Miles Sanders.
that's a great
I
great
hope we sign
analogy.
him back. I swear to God, if we don't sign him back. Anyway,
It's like I will say, since we're talking about the Super Bowl, how do you feel about your offensive and defensive coordinator dropping?
okay. Speaking, it's good point. I didn't think about that. I thought we were going to talk about that in a different episode. But anyway, so our OC went to the Colts, and our defensive corner went to the Cardinals. OC, I'm not happy with.
Yeah, that one.
That one's big.
That one hurt a little.
That one hurt. Cardinals, defensive coordinator, I'm not mad. One, that guy played so much zone. It pissed me the fuck off.
I mean, but it worked for you guys, though.
It worked, but like then again, as I look back at the season, we weren't versing teams like the Chiefs. Like
I tried to tell you that. Okay.
I eat my words for that, by the way. You're gonna
It's
see
not.
that soon.
It's okay. So me and Sal were definitely going back and forth with him about like the Eagles having a good schedule, like a
easy.
schedule. Not so much as an easy, like I'll bring it back to your point. Not so much as easy as in like it's the NFL. You get
Yeah.
me? Like the Texans could blow you out 44 fucking 0
Yeah.
any day, any given day. What I mean by easy is just you faced the Cowboys twice. That's a solid defense, and both of those games were close games. You feel me? They weren't blowouts, but they were great. Like it was a great foreshadow for like what the playoff picture was gonna look like. Because I honestly wanted to see. Did the Cowboys play the Eagles? No.
No, they
knocked out by
got knocked out by the 49ers.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted to see a game like that, maybe, because just the 49ers, it was like once they injured Brock Purdy, I feel like the game it felt over.
Yeah.
You get me? It felt over. There's no way you're going to...
Listen, to be honest, I thought he was going to come back. I had no idea he tore his ligaments. No idea.
He needs Tommy John, literally. That's
Yeah, he needs
what
basically what a fucking baseball pitcher needs, and that's crazy to me. But like,
and they almost did it again to the third string, which is crazy.
yeah, they knocked him on his ass.
You got a bounty on fucking 49ers.
But like, you see how like we played the 49ers?
Yeah.
That's how we should have played the Chiefs with our defense. Our defense in the Super Bowl did not show up like it did. It was not like how it was all season, and I could tell that
But
from
then
the beginning.
It's the
I mean,
Chiefs.
Even though it's
but
the
that's
Chiefs,
the thing.
but, like,
I think Andy Reid. I was looking at this analysis on towards the end. Well, plays in the first half of the Chiefs, and then the second half, the Chiefs didn't look like the Chiefs in the first half. Even though like the game was still close, they didn't look like the Chiefs. Second half, I knew something was gonna.
and like that
was
pissed
gonna
me
get
off too.
going.
We had the lead going into halftime, and we just let off the gas.
Yeah.
We came out slow.
Yeah. There was an analysis on a certain play that the Chiefs ran twice back to back red zone drives.
I know
Where
what play you're talking about.
what was it? The wide receiver.
It was like, so you guys can see this. So wide receiver starts on this side. He sprints across, and he just loops out, kind of like a HB wheel.
Yeah,
But
kind
it
of
was
like he
the
goes
wide-
back. He
but
goes back to where he was.
and then he comes up the field.
Yeah,
And they ran that twice.
because they knew
And
the
they
coverage
just
would.
They just switched sides.
Yeah,
One this side to Tony.
yeah, Cardavius Tony, and then the other side to it was a
Patch-
rookie too.
Patch.
So
Pacheco?
They
No,
might.
it wasn't a Pacheco. It was a rookie. It was a rookie. I forget what his name was.
I forget his name was. I think it was
Basically,
whatever.
wide receiver, kind of like on a. Basically saying like if the wide receiver was to run to the other side of the formation, instead they would call fuck is that? They would call hike whatever, and the wide receiver would go right back to where he was.
Yeah.
Because the coverage, the one man-to-man coverage would turn into zone.
Exactly.
Thinking they would change, and boom, easy touchdown. Literally
Mind
untouched touchdown. So they got faked out twice by that. And that was a big play. Also a big play was the fucking, what was it? The
Fumble?
the fumble.
Which one?
That was the second one. That was a fumble.
The one that hurts? Or Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders.
Okay.
That was a fumble.
First of all,
That
I
was a
understand
fumble.
where you're coming from, but then again, it's not a fumble at the same time. And I understand where people come from because it looks like a fumble, but it's not. He caught the ball, but in order for him to like catch the ball and like maintain that possession, he has to catch it, take 2 steps, and make a football move.
But that's where that's where I disagree. Is
He caught the ball.
the football move is making the intention to go forward.
It's
Miles
yes.
Sanders caught the ball, made the intention to go forward. Then that's when he got tackled.
Yes.
You get me? And the ball.
I
got
understand
loose.
where you're coming from on that.
If
'cause
he were to, if he were to, what's it called? Catch the ball, and no movement towards that.
Yeah.
I understand. It's
'Cause-
like okay,
Because
he barely caught the ball.
I understand
Yeah,
what the refs were too on that because he caught the ball, turned, and he got whacked. So, as the refs look at it, it's a bang bang,
Yeah.
and they called it, and then they reviewed it. The only reason that because obviously people are talking to him upstairs away with a microphone, and they basically tell him like, okay, he caught the ball, he looked, and he went to go drive the field, but as soon as he went to go drive the field, he got whacked, and the ball came out.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's just, and
That would have changed.
I
That would have changed the game.
I disagree with Devontae Smith catch, big time, because he did the exact same catch Tyreek Hill did, and Tyreek got that call to catch. He called it against his helmet, put 2 feet in, and went out of bounds and went to the ground. He was already out of bounds when
But
he hit the
that
ground.
ball was wobbly though. Tyreek's was a little bit more full. Like he sold it a little bit more.
Understandable, but also again, when he got tackled, that ball got loose, more loose than what it was.
Go.
He was already out of bounds, hitting the floor.
Go Dirts too.
Exactly.
Go Dirts too. Like he caught it against his
Goddard.
helmet. Goddard. I don't know. Pardon me.
You're good.
Goddard's helmet catch too. He had it. He had the possession, but it was wobbly.
And they called that
Then
a
when
catch.
he called it, then when he actually caught it, his left foot was already off the
Exactly.
field.
And they
so
called
when
that
he
a
took his
catch.
next step, when he took his next step on the field, his next step was out of bounds. That's what I didn't.
So
how was
you
that a
see
catch?
what I mean? That should have been not called a catch.
That should've-
Smith
I
should
get
have
what you
been
mean.
called a catch.
I
See
get
what I
what you mean. I
mean?
get what you
Like
mean. I
there's
get what
2
you mean.
different things to it, but like that's something that's a missed call.
Nah,
Devontae should have been the catch, but Goddard shouldn't have been the catch.
Inconsistent referee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why.
But I feel like it always comes down to
It always comes down.
inconsistencies in referees because the referees. I don't mean to side with them, but it's pretty hard. You get me to call those bang bang plays.
It
Don't get me
is.
wrong, you got replays and stuff like that, but it's just like that play, those plays like the Bradbury one, it could make the game or you could lose the game,
Like-
win the game, lose the game.
And it's just like us being a football fan. Like
Yeah.
you want to see what happens after that. They either
Yeah.
kick the field goal or they go for it, which I think they would have kicked the field goal to be up. Then you see if Jalen Hurts can
Hurts.
drive down the field and win it.
How many?
Or
he had like a minute and 15.
exactly,
Yeah,
he had like a
plenty
minute
of time.
20, and he could have got the ball, drove down the field, either wasted time or whatever. They got in the field goal range, or they score, leave 30 seconds on the clock for Patrick Mahomes to see if he can do something. Like that's football.
Yeah.
And it ended a great game on a holding call that shouldn't have been called at that moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad. We'll be back.
Yeah, or it's pretty
Our
good.
season's upward now.
Yeah, it's a pretty
we
good
build
sign.
off that,
Pretty good sign for the Eagles.
and everyone doubted
See
us.
how they
So
do.
we'll see how we do this season. We have a pretty decent schedule. We
Oh,
versus
the schedule
Chiefs
came
away. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Actually, before we move
We
on,
play the Chiefs.
we play the Chiefs away.
Oh wow.
It's actually a tougher schedule, so they're going to be tested much more this season, in my opinion. So it's going to be more of a test.
Who do you think you're gonna hire as your offensive and defensive coordinator?
I was just going to ask, did they hire anyone?
I
yet?
think our offensive coordinator is going to be. I think it's our QB coach. He's going to be moved up, and I think the Eagles interviewed Vance Joseph or something for a defensive coordinator.
So they don't have anyone
Definitely,
yet.
no, they're not hiring.
Because I know
Alright.
the NBA is quick with it. Like Nate McMillan just got
Yeah.
released,
Yeah.
and
But like
have
they also are hiring, but they have to move up in their interim coach, which is different because now we're in the off season. We don't need that right now. We have time to basically whatever.
Yeah.
Make a decision too.
So our home opponents are Giants, Washington, obviously Cowboys division games. Then we have Bills, San Fran, Vikings, Cardinals, Dolphins. Our away schedule is Giants, Washington, Dallas, Tampa Bay, Chiefs, Jets, New England, Rams, and Seahawks.
New England, baby.
Rams and Seahawks.
This is Mac Jones' breakout year. Just gotta say it out there.
So is that better? I feel like this is a better schedule than we had last year. Even though
I think you
we
guys
did face some
I
decent
think,
teams.
Yeah, I think you guys can still go 12-4 at least. The least, I think. That's pretty good.
I agree.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next season.
when does it start? Around September, right? Yeah.
September. Listen, we say that, but it'll be here like this. It's already
Yeah.
MLB season in like 4 weeks.
That's crazy.
I'm so excited. for
WBC is about to
MLB
come up
season.
too.
I know.
Ooh.
March 9th.
NBA
We
playoffs.
watching some games?
NBA playoffs.
NBA
He wants
playoffs.
to get into it. He wants to get into it.
That's
All right, we're gonna get in the NBA. We're gonna just take a mini break real quick.
All right, guys, we're back.
Shit.
We're back with Alex Sport Talk today. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm here with my two guests. No, I'm just playing. Back from our little break, and now we're gonna get into the NBA. So, I want to hear your guys' both opinions on the All-Star break. So let's start off with. I think we should start off with. Let's start off with the 3-point contest. Sorry, or maybe the. Did you guys watch the rookie? The Rising Stars? No. I didn't really watch it.
I didn't really
I
watch
saw
it
Jose
either.
Alvarado fucking mic'd up. It was pretty funny, but that was about it.
Yeah.
I agree.
We just start off with the 3-point contest. I did not think Damian Lillard was gonna win.
Really?
I thought it was Tyrese Halliburton.
You know what's crazy, bro? I will say this, right? Me and my brother have been going back and forth for the past 2-3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about this? Alongside Steph Curry for the best shooters, like the best shooter of all time, Steph Curry is.
Uh-huh.
Alongside with him, Damian Lillard has a heavy and strong case to be not that far from Steph Curry of being a great shooter in this generation, as in like our generation of like, you know, the three pointers and stuff like that, half court shots, all these fucking Harlem Globetrotter shots, as in you know, the old timers would say. Yeah, like ever since Circus Ball came around with Steph Curry and all that shit. Like, do you think Damian Lillard's case is that strong to be right alongside Steph Curry? And when I mean right alongside, I don't mean like better than him. I just mean like, do you think Damian Lillard keeps his own, holds his own against Steph Curry?
If Curry's 1, Dame is not 2. Dame is like top 5, but not 2.
But my brother asked me who in this generation that holds the same like strong position as like, you know, number 1 guard and number 1 scoring option on a team. Who else has a stronger case than Dame?
No one but Dame.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my brother's whole point, is like the fact is that he's number 1 scoring option and the point guard, and he's a great shooter, just like all the characteristics that Steph Curry has. My brother says that, you know, like if you're gonna put Steph Curry number 1, Dame Lillard is not too far.
Not too far.
Not too far. He's 2, but he's not too far from number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like where you're going with this. I'm trying to think of.
But that's the thing. Clay doesn't hold the ball.
Clay's not the one.
But that's the
He's
thing.
a
We're talking about shooter. That's the thing. If you were talking about overall player, then yeah, I'll give him 2. No problem. Shooter, might be 3, might be 4, depending if you have someone else over him that's strictly a shooter. But
that's the thing. I can't really think of anyone that's literally like that great of a shooter that has such an impactful role as much as Dame has, or Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I could think that maybe has a strong case for being like the number one option, and this is for years to come, is probably like Darius Garland, LaMelo Ball, like those players that could be the number one option for their teams.
Yeah.
But like, you get me? Like, it's just too early to tell. Like, I just feel like they're in the league of their own, to be honest.
All right, this is what? Oh. I want to say one thing. I'm gonna see if this makes sense to you guys. So as he was saying about Damian Lillard and Curry being top shooters, do you believe that Damian Lillard is a more clutch shooter than Curry?
No.
He has a strong case.
That's a hot take.
No, he's
has a
not.
strong case.
Why?
Because yes, his clutch shots won him playoff games. Were they game seven? Were they to win? Were they game sevens?
To
Game
advance.
sevens.
To advance.
2 memorable game sevens. 2 of his most memorable were game sevens.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember Curry having a clutch shot in the postseason.
Well, there is.
The last one.
Competition.
That's true.
There was
but
the
the
one
last
against-
one I remember was the Raptors, and he missed.
There was the one against the Thunder.
Do you believe Dame could have made that, and not Curry?
She's trying to be all stealthy. We'll probably cut that out. Whatever.
That's fine.
What was the question?
What is that? Oh, in that situation versus Toronto when Curry took that shot to, I think, tie the game, I think it was tie. Do you believe if that was Dame, he would have hit that shot better than...
Let's just wait till she goes upstairs.
All right.
At least you have something to edit out.
At the beginning.
Restart. 3, 2, 1. Cut back in now.
So, do you think if that was Damian Lillard instead of Curry, do you think Damian Lillard hit that shot instead of Curry?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's tough.
That's tough, right?
That's a tough question.
Because when you were talking about best shooter, I was like, damn, Lillard has a lot of clutch shots from 3 and probably Curry range, obviously. But like,
that's the thing is,
I feel like that was Dame before Curry.
Dame
though.
is more of a isolation and shot.
I was
creator.
just gonna say that.
Like, you get me?
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
he
Yeah.
makes it happen for himself, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying Steph Curry doesn't, but
Off the
most
ball.
of the time, exactly. Most of the time, I see Steph Curry making like some insane shots. Is most of the time it's off ball.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. They're 2 different shooters. Steph is the streaky catch, shoot. I'm going to run around. You're going to get tired. I'm going to get an inch of space, and I'm just going to catch it with the fastest release possible and make a bunch a game. It's the numbers that makes him the best shooter. How
It's
much?
it's the longevity of it too, because Dame has been a couple years injured.
Yeah.
His
That's
team
true.
has not made a strong case in playoff pictures. Like,
Except
probably
for
like
him.
last 7 years, maybe. Like, I'd probably say
Yeah.
Dame is memorable
What was their
runs
last-
that
what was
were
their
like
last run?
first, second round exits were probably like.
Was their last run in the
They're different.
postseason with the
Dame's-
Thunder
I'm sorry.
when they versus Thunder?
Yeah. Curry
That was
had
their last
one.
postseason, right? Or they have another game?
That was last. Like you're talking
No,
last
with
year?
like Paul George, Carmelo, and Russell. Was that the last time Trailblazers were in the postseason, or was there another time?
I'm not too sure.
No, the
Or were they in a
2
playing
years
tournament?
2 years ago. 2 years ago, Dame was injured and they were in the playoffs, but Dame wasn't playing.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So
The way that I sum it up is Dame has more single most impactful threes than Curry. Like big moments.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly,
one deep
yeah.
3. He does
that's
have good
why
numbers.
That's why his resume is so heavy.
But
Yeah.
Curry's is like he'll have a 10-game streak of 10 plus threes
That's
a
what I'm
game,
saying.
and
The volume
people are-
is there. The
people
volume
are
is
like,
there.
I
Exactly.
can't stop this guy for a whole 48 minutes. He's just constantly going and going and going,
Exactly.
literally.
pulling a three every fucking time down the court. Fast break, it don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can shoot from all over the court.
And how is he leading all-time threes?
Steph Curry?
Curry?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
beat it last year.
fucking, he's
Yeah,
going.
he solidified. He
Who he
solidified
beat?
it. as
Hill?
best shooter.
Grant Hill or Ray Allen?
Not Real.
No,
Ray Allen was second, right?
Yeah, Grant Hill was
You mean
more
Reggie
of a
Grant Hill's third.
prototype.
Yeah.
You mean Reggie Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant Hill.
Yeah, Grant
Why
Hill
the fuck
was
did
the
Grant Hill come to my
Because
mind?
you're talking about the Pacers. That's
Yeah.
Grant Hill was Braun before Braun. And Grant Hill was a Piston.
all. Which Grant Hill are we talking about?
Grant Hill, the small forward, Piston, bald head, got injured most of his career.
Yeah.
He's a big
okay.
what if. Yeah. He was a Piston.
I meant to
talking
say
about-
Reggie Miller.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or maybe you're
Speaking-
thinking about Danny Granger.
He was a Pacer.
He was
He
a
was a
pacer. I remember him. He had a strap.
Anyway.
when he was playing, he had a strap.
Yeah.
Real quick, dunk contest. It was the same old.
No, it
thing
wasn't. Mac
every
McCollum made it so much more interesting. I don't care what anybody says.
No,
Mac
he-
McCollum
but it was- he
made it
did.
so much better than what it's been for the past
He
like
did, but,
3
like-
years.
But still below average. It is.
Very below average.
Bro,
Who-
Jericho Sims.
Yeah.
What was that?
Bro, he had trouble fucking
Opening
know.
an
opening
envelope.
the envelope or whatever the paper. He was like, I'm
How
like,
do you
I'm
work
like, what
this
number
thing?
is
I
that?
play
49?
basketball.
I'm like, what number is that? 49?
My fingers are still jammed
Literally.
from grabbing the net.
I will agree. I heard Stephen A. say like, where are the star players in this?
Yeah.
It's All Star Weekend.
It's because the risk to reward ratio is
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I know.
like.
That's why the one-on-one idea is so popular, but that's too much
they'll
of a
never do
rabbit
one on
hole.
one though. That's just
No, the stars would want to participate. Everyone wants the title of top one-on-one player in the NBA.
Like King of the Hill.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
But do you feel
Yeah.
like they would really take it that serious?
Hell yeah.
I think they're gonna do it. Just because the statistics,
The backlash.
27% viewership from last year. That's
Yeah.
a big job.
Sure.
Adam
So,
Silver's definitely gonna do
They
something.
need to try it. It's a good idea.
And
but
they need to make the All-Star game more competitive.
Why do
too.
I
If
feel
we're
like-
talking about All-Star weekend, let's just talk about everything. They need to make the All-Star game more competitive.
Why do I feel like fucking every All Star event is like going downhill?
I disagree about the
Like the Pro
competitiveness.
Bowl, they got rid of the Pro Bowl.
Bro, last year they didn't
Was
they
competitive.
didn't start playing defense until like
Fourth quarter.
It's 182
I agree,
points
but
to win.
yeah.
Maybe like 160.
it's like a for the players type of thing at the same time.
I feel like
'Cause
this
you
year
gotta,
was.
you gotta realize the players it's a long season and this is their weekend to have fun playing basketball. Usually it's win
Yeah, but
win
when
win.
the players are even saying it like Jaylen Brown, that's not basketball. You get me? Like nobody
This
took
year
it
was a
seriously.
shooting clinic. Holy hell.
Jason Tatum
Got some good
dropping
shots up. That's what
dimes.
it's working on their game.
Jason
Nah, I
Tatum was
understand, but
dropping
like
dimes,
it was like
boy.
shots after shot after shot after shot. We saw like I say like maybe 10 dunks
It's a game to display what you haven't had to try in a real game.
and fucking the two captains were out.
Yeah,
Didn't even get to
that's
see
true.
them play.
And that's the thing. It's not competitive because of the injuries. There's already load management. So another competitive game of the season during your break, kinda for a weekend.
I mean, like, but that's the thing is like you gotta also understand that NBA is a business.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it's like
Yeah.
it's not really like. Don't get me wrong. The players have a grand impact on what goes on. You get me?
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to get injured. Like you said, there's load management and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is the King of the Hill, like what's been proposed, that would literally break
Yeah.
the fucking internet. That would
It
break
would.
the internet.
It would be
The
amazing.
King of the Hill would be great.
Amazing.
LeBron and JT, like obviously JT's gonna
Yeah. You think so?
Exactly my
Exactly.
point. Like this is the controversy we need.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I hate
J-
Celtic fans.
JT versus LeBron, or I would love. I don't know why. I would love to see like people from the same team going back and forth too, like JT and Jaylen Brown.
Like
Like
on
yeah.
the All-Star break.
All right, come on,
I want to see.
fucking. Who would you want to see? Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby?
I was just gonna say I don't want to see any Raptor in it. Scotty Barnes gonna miss another layup in the All-Star game. Didn't he do it again? He missed a wide open layup again in the All-Star game.
Did he really?
I think he did. He's just having fun. Pretty sure he's
Fun, bro. He couldn't even make a mid-range shot in his first All-Star game.
Did you see
That
the
shit was
rookies shit show?
ridiculous.
No.
I see
There's
the
this
rookies.
little mini game, and you have to make shots around the field, and it's
Yeah.
different points. And the rookies, it was
Oh,
Paolo.
you talking
Ivy.
about the skill
skills
challenge?
challenge.
Yes. Just I saw
Bro.
a clip of it, and they scored 2 points.
The Rooks sucked on that. It was so bad.
Anyway, bad,
I was like, God damn, they were winning the
Bad.
thing too, and they just sucked.
bad.
All right, let's
But,
get into the playoff picture.
Switch it up. Playoff. All right.
How are we feeling about the playoff picture? What you
I
want to
do
start
want to
with?
say one thing. I regret what I said the other time we were talking basketball. You'll see that soon, but the Lakers not making the playoffs. I think they have a solid chance now. After watching them play their first game together with all of them, LeBron, that's making the playoffs.
Okay.
If we're looking at the
Play-in is
game,
playoffs.
the game back differential,
It's only
the
is this still
Lakers
3?
are like 13th, so they're two teams like the Spurs and the Rockets aren't even a fucking NBA team.
It's like 3, right?
It's 3 games.
Yeah.
from
The
the
Rockets.
7th seed, and they're 13th.
So that's what I mean. I feel like the Lakers could actually pull it off.
Hell yeah, and so can the Warriors. I'm still gonna stand by that. The Warriors are gonna make a push.
Well, the Warriors are in the play-in. It's 10 seed now.
Oh yeah, that's true. What are they? 7th, 8th?
9.
9.
I see them at least going 6th. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think the Lakers will beat the Portland out.
It's like kind of like the Nets situation. Like the Nets facing
Utah
us in the
too.
first round, everyone thought they were gonna beat us.
I don't think OKC is going to stay in that 10th position. No way, no.
You don't think so?
No.
Remember when the Jazz started off the season hot, and now they're
Now.
now they're 11 seed, 29 and 31.
Yeah,
That
they shit the bed on that one. But no, I was watching the Lakers versus who was their first team against? Was it the Bucks? I forget. But I was watching their first game like together with like LeBron and AD, and like they looked way better than what they've been like
'cause
all
they're actually,
season.
Like D'Lo knows his role. You know, he's just
Like even
He's a
Malik
machine.
Beasley and
Yeah.
like Jared Vanderbilt, like they know exactly like what to do. Like
Those
Jared
are all-
Vanderbilt
those
had
are
a
all
solid
great role
opening
players.
night for the Lakers when he first played his first game. He had a solid night.
That's a great replacement for.
Every-
that's a
every-
great upgrade from fucking Thomas Bryant, which was having a good year.
The one thing
Yeah,
I don't like everyone wants Mo Bamba to be good. He's not that good.
I
He's
think
inefficient.
I understand
As
that,
a center,
but like when he debuted with the Lakers after his suspension, bro, he looked like a defensive god that night. I don't know what the hell got in him. He had like 3 blocks that night.
He got
like,
suspended for
that
the
fight.
The fight, yeah.
I don't think he's there long term.
no, he's not long term. He's there for this year so they can make a playoff push, which I think he can do because
give Vanderbilt and AD some rest.
exactly. So he's not like a top guy you want in, but like he's a role player where he can do what he has to do in order for your team to stay in the game.
But when AD is so injured, you need.
Plus, they didn't him this year. I don't know what the fuck's got into him since
Yeah.
like that.
Vanderbilt's not a bad offensive.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's on the
either.
Lakers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not a bad
him and Malik
offensive thing.
Beasley. That's too defensive. and-
when they, oh my god, I did not understand that trade. I think the Timberwolves gave up way too much.
Weird.
Way too much.
What
Like
did they get back? Fucking.
Who the Timberwolves?
they got
Yeah.
picks.
They got picks.
They literally got picks. Like they didn't really get any.
Did they even get a player back?
I think they got picks.
Speaking of picks, the Nets have so many picks. I saw a picture.
We
See,
talked
but that's
about
the thing.
that.
That's the thing about the Nets is literally they have picks, but the Thunder have their next picks, their next first round picks for like 2027.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never get back.
But they have other team picks. I think they're in good hands, especially with this new younger roster that they're running.
I
with.
see a star player. I see a star player going to that team in the off season.
Speaking of, real quick, what
Who's
the hell is going on in college? Holy mother! I don't know what the hell is going on in college. Like Alabama players getting charged with like distribution of
that's
stuff.
left field.
I mean,
was like,
that's
what are we
a
talking about here.
because you said top pick. I'm like,
yeah.
there's a lot of shit going on in college, but like, obviously I'm not getting into it. But like, that's shit that means not to say on
no,
here.
College is getting it. It's been like past what? I think I've heard like 4 things, like what happened at Auburn, I think it was.
I'm not I don't keep
Like
up with
there was a rape allegation.
Oh god.
Yeah, like
on
it's
some
just like we're not gonna really get into
murder.
it. Like yeah,
But-
like Alabama's. I think he was a center. He just got charged with gun distribution. He gave a gun for someone to kill somebody. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. Sorry.
I just don't want like.
Just crazy.
Could it be the fame getting
Even
to
like
their head already?
Even like no, not even that. Even like at Michigan State, there was just a shooting there, and like they had to cancel the basketball program for a couple of days because they didn't want to play. It's just like crazy because you have top players on that team that are trying to build a draft stock, and like shit like this is happening outside.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty
crazy
unfortunate.
it's unfortunate for sports players,
Damn.
and unfortunate for students as well. But all right, so
I wanna.
what do you want though?
Well, when we talk about playoff picture, let's keep honing in on the playoff picture this year.
You want to go East first, since like
yeah.
East
Let's
is
go
like
like East
easier.
first because I really want to rip ass right now, and I'm not talking about
we
farting.
We know. Let him have it.
Who's being the
Let him have
Who
it.
the fuck is Patrick Beverly?
Let him
Oh.
have it.
Who the fuck is Patrick
You
Beverly?
changed that. I thought you were gonna. Who the fuck's being the Celtics? You changed
No,
that this
no.
time.
I knew it was coming.
him.
I said let him have it.
Wait, let me add.
Alright.
Let me add this because I want to. This brings me to my point. Who the fuck is Patrick Beverly to say that the East is weak?
It's a still
Don't
very
get me wrong.
competitive division.
Don't get me wrong.
Conference.
The East has gotten weaker because KD and Kyrie are not in the conference. Obviously, 100%. 100%. But you're telling me, since he... What team did he go to? The Bulls? You're
Who?
telling me the Bulls. Yeah, Patrick Beverly signed with the
Yeah,
Bulls.
he's on the Bulls.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly signed with the Bulls. You're telling me the Bulls.
11th right now.
Inconsistent as fucking Bulls. They just shut down Lonzo for the year. There's no hope Lonzo comes back.
I heard
come
something
back next
saying.
year.
I heard something saying
That's
people.
why I shut him down for him to come back next year.
I heard people saying they've never seen anything like his knee injury. It just came out today.
He can't even run.
That's like Carlos Correa's ankle injury. No one's ever seen his ankle so fucked up. But
That's crazy. But like, you're telling me the Bulls are taking the Celtics? No, 100% not.
Never.
Right?
The Bulls aren't taking.
The Bucks.
no,
You're not taking Giannis.
No,
You're not
that's what I
taking
mean, no.
Bobby Portis. You're not. Nobody on that team could even guard Bobby Portis. I'm sorry.
I
Who
hope
the
he
fuck's
comes
gonna guard
back.
him? Vucevic? Come on now, bro.
Vucevic is good. Don't sleep.
Chris Middleton? No, Vucevic is great.
Yeah.
Offensively. Offensively.
Yeah.
Defensively, I don't think he could take on somebody versatile like Bobby Portis. Because
No.
Bobby Portis, when he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
And I'm not,
No,
jacking shit
I-
about Bobby Portis because Bobby Portis is like,
I
You
had
know
him
me?
in fantasy.
he's a great role player. You know, any other team he could fit on.
Yeah.
Even with the addition of Jay Crowder's, it's a possibility that the Bucks are gonna make a very strong case to beat the Celtics. As a realist, as a Celtics fan, I am. That's our biggest competition. You're not taking the Sixers to a 7-game series. I'm sorry.
No.
Patrick Beverly, you're not taking. Nobody on that Bulls is taking anywhere close to the Sixers, and I hate the
Cleveland?
Sixers. Cleveland, hell no, you're out of your mind.
Donovan Mitchell is ridiculous.
Him.
Yeah.
That's who he is. And who did he drop 71 on? The Bulls. That's the.
Did it really?
Yeah, he dropped
Okay,
71
yeah,
on the
it's
Bulls.
a
Donovan
draft.
Mitchell's something else. This year.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm not a Garland fan. I like everyone there except Garland.
How do you not like a Garland?
Garland's
Tough.
He's great. He's a great player. I don't know how he's
not on the
he's
bandwagon.
I get it. Like
Bandwagon.
I don't get it why you don't like him because he's like an not non-likable player. Like he really just be there. Like he just be balling. Like there's no news around him. Like you feel me? Like he does what he has to do. If you look at his numbers, like he does what he has to do.
They could, for his value, they could find someone that fits that system better.
Like who? Ricky Rubio. He was balling last year. I wanted the Celtics to pick him up.
Okay, when it comes to the Cavs offense, you want the ball in whose hand? Mitchell, right?
No.
Who's
Nah.
who do you want to have the ball?
It clearly didn't work out in Utah. Why the fuck?
That's why it's working out better for him because the ball's not always in
The
his
ball's
hands.
not on him.
It's in Darius Garland's hands.
Darius Garland is a great playmaker.
I think
He's a good playmaker.
I think they can make a championship run if they
Don't
find
tell me get
someone
rid of
with-
Garland.
No, get
Like who? Fred VanVleet?
someone with more experience.
Fred VanVleet? Since you're a Raptors fan?
I mean, he would fit.
No, he wouldn't.
He would be better than.
Wouldn't. No, he
yeah,
wouldn't.
he would be
no, he
there.
Wouldn't. No,
He's
he
a
wouldn't.
more.
No, he wouldn't.
The crazy thing is,
he's more dominant point guard.
I think Fred VanVleet is a more ball dominant point guard than Darius Garland is. Because Darius Garland, yeah, he'll give you 20, but he's gonna give you at least 8 assists every night. You get me?
that duo
VanVleet
works.
can prove he can play off the ball.
Oh, I'm not.
Came up playing
I'm
off
not
the
hating
ball.
on VanVleet. I'm just saying, like, as
The
as
system.
it goes for the system,
It's Darius
think-
Garland and Donovan Mitchell.
yeah,
It
like,
works. It works. That's why they're for
It works.
It
The only
works.
thing I don't think that works is having 2 big mans.
What if they were the one? What if they got more size?
they have
Donovan,
size.
Donovan at the 1.
No, Donovan never will play one.
I don't think the Cavs.
Bro, what?
I don't
You're
think the
telling me
Cavs
you
need
put Donovan
size.
Mitchell
Though.
at
They have
one?
Evan Mobley at the 4 and Jared Allen at the 5.
You would put Donovan Mitchell at the point guard position,
Yes. Yeah,
I
with
wouldn't.
no doubt in my mind.
I wouldn't. I would not.
bro. Donovan Mitchell has a strap. Why the fuck would you put the ball in his hand? Have him do off ball screens, get open for a 3.
If not, screens to a less
Donovan
efficient
Mitchell.
defender.
Donovan Mitchell right now is playing a Curry role. That's why he's efficient like that right now.
And Curry is what? A point guard.
Okay, but Curry's not the ball dominant.
I don't think.
point guard. Curry's an off.
You're trying. Okay, so basically, you're saying Donovan Mitchell should have a Curry role or a LaMelo role.
Curry roll at the point with the spot up shooter.
But
at
point
the 2.
guard doesn't. Okay, the position doesn't really matter if because LeBron is not it plays the 3, but he's
a point
who
guard.
practically brings up the ball.
Him.
Okay.
Him.
What if
controls the
they
floor?
got a straight up spot up shooter?
But that's what they
So,
have
but
in
They don't
Darius
need
Garland.
that.
He's not a spot up shooter.
I mean, not spot up shooter, but he's a good.
He's a catch and
good
shoot.
shooter. He's a good shooter. He's a great shot creator too.
You can't tell me it's not working if they're the 4th seed in the fucking East.
They could be better.
They could be,
They
but
could be
I
too.
don't
think-
They
I
could
think
be
they
three.
could be-
split them up.
I think they could be better with a better bench. I don't think Karis LeVert is.
You're having Ricky Rubio come off point guard.
Don't disrespect
Hey,
Ricky Rubio.
I'm not
That
gonna
boy was
disrespect-
balling.
I'm not gonna disrespect, but Ricky
Before you
Rubio,
guys, that boy was balling. I wanted him so
but
bad.
He is
Okay.
getting up there in age. That's why
Okay.
I say that.
So overall playoff picture, are there any teams that you think are gonna make a run into the play-in or drop out? Do you think it's staying as it is right now?
We're talking about the East.
East. We're talking about East first.
Miami.
Miami, what?
Miami is
Dropping out?
no getting into the top 5
Top 5.
for the year ends.
I see that. I see them being at the Knicks and the Nets.
I see that too. I see the Knicks falling.
I see them going to 5.
I see them going. Yeah, that's what I said.
I have
Top
the
5.
Pacers making a bit of a run into the play-in.
With who?
What?
With who?
What do you mean?
I
with
feel like
who?
the Bulls have more of a chance than the Pacers right
Yeah.
now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Pacers
I
are nice.
was on that Tyrese Halliburton trade after the Kings kind of did him dirty, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm like in between because it's like me and my brother were actually talking about this the other day. Tyrese Halliburton needs to obviously work on his shot. Like my brother says, it takes him nearly 2 centuries to take up one shot. Another thing is like on ball, he's a great point guard. He's a great point guard, and playmaking ability is there. I just feel like he needs to be more efficiently. He needs to do a more efficient job of being probably the number 1 scorer on that team. Just because you have a great addition with Buddy Hield, you need somebody to set him up.
They're only 2 games behind out of the playoff play-in picture.
No, I get that
games.
100%.
understand.
I just feel like if anyone needs to step it up on that team that is going to make that playoff picture, I really do feel like it's just Tyrese Halliburton. Because Benedict Mathurin, you're not gonna expect him.
I like Benedict.
I like him too,
too.
but you're not gonna expect him to drop 27 and
Yeah.
fucking 5. You get me?
Maybe in his next year.
Yeah,
He's
that's what
averaging
I'm saying.
15 as a rookie, though. That's fire.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you have at least 20 coming like as a starter for Halliburton, I think he only averages like 16, 17, which is not far off. I just feel like he has a lot of inconsistent games where he just doesn't do the right things. Like he's a turnover machine too. as well.
Yeah.
He went through that little like phase. I think it was like a little like 10-game span where he had no turnovers. But then like literally like turnovers on turnovers. But I feel like if anyone has to step up on that team, it's the Pacers. I mean, it's Tyrese Halliburton on the Pacers.
Agree.
I really like the Wizards. I don't know why I fucking
Wizards
I never
tough.
liked him because he was always associated with Jason Tatum.
Who, Beal?
But I really like Kuzma. I really like Kuzma.
How is he associated with Tatum?
Like coming up, like because they were in the same draft.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the Lakers, the Celtics. What was it? The Celtics passed up on Kuzma or something like that.
Yeah. They're in the
I'm
play-in.
Nigga, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's Jason Tatum. Why would you not pick him? Look at him now. And obviously, like, there's no comparison between Kuzma and Tatum anymore. No. But what I'm saying is, Kuzma is that guy. Stepped up his game
a lot.
Very, 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 like
a lot.
What I'm trying to say
Crazy.
More well-rounded.
Yeah, he's a more well-rounded player, and he knows his role. I feel like on that team of like up-and-coming stars with the Lakers, you had Lonzo, you had D'Lo, Kuzma, you had all those players that like were trying to make a name for themselves. It just didn't work out. And once LeBron comes in the picture, he's like, oh, all these star players, Kuzma still has the hyper on him. Ship him away. I don't want him on my team.
Yeah.
You get me? Taking less touches. You're taking away my touches. But especially since, adding LeBron, you're a win now. You're a win now team, right?
Yeah.
So even if you have Kuzma on that team, you're better off trading him just because you'll get something in return to complement LeBron more than Kuzma would. But now we see that Kuzma can be that ball dominant 4, that ball dominant 3, and he can make that happen.
I agree.
Beal, I feel like he got a little complacent with that $40 million deal that they fucking gave him. But Beal is Beal. I think he'll step up.
Yeah, Beal's still Beal.
Yeah.
I say let's kick it off to the West before we end.
Yeah, I think the West, East is pretty much covered. The West. How
West
we
is
feeling
tough.
about the whole LA situation?
They are 2 games behind
Who?
at max.
Who?
The Lakers
Yeah,
out of the play-in.
that's what I mean.
2 games back,
Two-
2
three.
games back, 3 games from the 7th seed. Just crazy.
LeBron said this next stretch of games is most important of his life.
Holy crap! It is so close.
Yeah, I know.
The Suns only have 32 wins, and the Lakers are at 27. So 5 games.
5 games, what, for the 5th seed?
Plus,
Yeah.
you have to win those too.
Crazy.
You gotta win. You gotta have Phoenix lose.
Well, I know.
And K's still
though.
not.
I think
playing.
Darvin Ham is a good coach. I really do. I think he was just put in an uncomfortable situation.
Oh yeah, with Russell
with
Westbrook.
having Russell
yeah.
Westbrook.
Just didn't work with him.
nah.
He just wants to have fun.
He just wants to ride LeBron.
Send him off to the Jazz, bro. Send
He's
him
on
off
the
to
Jazz.
the Jazz.
He is on the Clippers.
Yeah,
man. So
he's on the Clippers.
That's what I want to talk about. How do you think that works out with them?
So, there was speculation that he was going to sign with the Clippers before Reggie Jackson left.
Yes.
So, my initial thought going into it and reading that Russell Westbrook on the Clippers, I think it's a great addition just because you give Reggie Jackson the ball, he knows his role and he knows what exactly is asked from him.
Mm-hmm.
With Russell Westbrook, I still feel like just because I don't think he's lost his bounce and I don't think he's lost anything about his game, I just really feel like, just like I said about LA, like he was put in an uncomfortable situation. You're playing with LeBron and AD. You're not going to get that.
I feel like him and Tyronn Lue will get more of a connection than him and Ham did.
Yeah, 100%.
Big shot.
So now that Reggie Jackson is out of the picture, and John Wall, that's your number one guy.
I feel so bad.
Free John Wall.
Free John Wall. Talk
Free
mad
John
shit about
Wall.
the Rockets. Just
He
to
went
get traded
back to Rockets.
Oh my God!
crazy.
They have to release him or buy out.
His
or
release.
something.
He's buyout. He's a free agent right now.
Okay.
Oh, they bought him out?
Yeah. Well, they don't. Bro, he's on the bench for 2 years.
Yeah, I don't.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't want to pay $40 million to someone. Just a thing. But I didn't know that John Wall got bought out. But yeah, like I really feel like the Clippers definitely got stronger. The only thing is if they do fall down, I think it's either
It's gonna be Russ.
it could be so good for Russell, but it could be so bad for Russell.
Yeah, I agree.
You get me? Like it's a better situation than when it was in LA.
Well, just think about it.
because
Him and Paul George are playing back together, and look what they did in OKC together.
that was a pretty good run.
And
yeah.
he has Kawhi now, who I don't really think is scoring the ball like that anymore. I think he's more on defensive, and when he has to score, he will score.
Nah, he's still putting up his.
Yeah, he's still putting
He's
his
still putting up
points.
his 25.
Exactly, but I don't. I
He's
think
just more well-rounded. now, I
exactly.
feel. More well-rounded because he was well-rounded before. It's just.
Just less pressure off him now.
Yeah, definitely.
Now he can play his offensive game and score when he needs
100%. Also,
That's what I feel.
Also, you have the addition of Mason Plumlee, great double machine. You just need 10 points and 10 rebounds out of him.
Exactly.
Or even 10 points and 7 rebounds. Give Ivica Zubac.
Then they still got Zubac too.
Don't steal the
so
show from him. You get me? So
I think the Clippers have a
And-
6 shot to championship.
and we're missing an entire point here.
Man too. Terrence
No,
Mann.
Bones Highland.
Yeah.
He's a bucket.
That
Jamal
boy is a
Crawford
bucket.
reincarnate.
That boy, you said what?
Jamal Crawford reincarnated.
Yeah, he is shifty. I wouldn't call Jamal Crawford, but he is shifty.
Nah, yeah, I know.
But yeah, Bones Highland, that was a great addition.
He's fun. He's a fun player to watch.
He's a fun player to watch, and
Good
I don't think he's gonna be starting.
No,
Probably
no
not.
Way. No way.
Probably
Maybe at
not.
the point, hopefully, over Russ. It's like, no, I'm kidding.
I feel like
They won't
maybe
do
if they
that.
added him in the off
Crazy.
season, going into the season, I feel like you could be more experimental. But now that it's we're in the second half of the season,
just play Russ.
Just play Russ. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get me. Honestly, and I do feel like going back to the uncomfortable situation, Darvin Ham, still had to solidify himself as not as the Lakers head coach, but like what I'm saying is he had to make things work for him just coming into a new role with the Lakers and a new look Lakers. You get me? So having Tyronn Lue being established for
The Clippers.
probably last 3 to 5 years with the
Clippers?
With the Clippers.
It's 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years maybe.
2 to 3.
Yeah, I think it's closer to
Maybe
2 to 3.
3 to 4. He's been there for a while.
I feel like Tyronn Lue knows, and that organization knows what they needed.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
recent too,
don't- Yeah, you don't sign Russell Westbrook, to be your haymaker save or your saving grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Tyronn Lue, hopefully has a sit down and probably
Will.
did or will with Russell Westbrook. Be like, yo, we don't need you to be the triple double guy. You get me? We just need you to do exactly what you did coming off the bench for the Lakers. That's what we need you to do.
Yeah.
We need you to be an efficient playmaker, as he is.
An efficient scorer.
And and a spark plug as a scorer.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times where I've seen the Lakers play when shots aren't knocking down. Russell Westbrook is there to make something happen. If he's getting to the line, at least he's getting to the line. He's not a great free throw shooter,
Yeah.
but at least he's getting to the line.
He just has to focus on taking the high percentage shots.
100%, making it
Cut.
for himself.
Don't try to shot create. There's more athletic people at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
There's more skilled people at scoring, shot
But,
creating on the team.
But I just feel like that's the most important thing with the Clippers is
Yeah, I agree.
knowing roles.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a great transition into what the Lakers have going on right now. We could go yin and yang back and forth about Russell Westbrook and that whole situation,
Yeah.
but the addition of D'Lo is now a veteran in the league. D'Lo going to the Timberwolves. I feel like the Timberwolves really didn't know what they wanted to do. Signing Gobert and Cat, and then you have Anthony Edwards coming up. It's like too many people that really rely on the ball as much, and it's just like many different games.
They're fun.
You get me?
From a fan's point of view.
Yeah, from a fan point of view, it's a fun
Yeah.
team, but like
From
I feel
that
like-
team, it's like
I feel like Cat. I won't say he needs to have the ball in his hand, but for Cat to be Cat and put up his numbers, obviously he needs to have the ball in his hand. That's not what I mean. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that whole offense needs to run around him.
Cat is awkward. Cat is one of the greatest offensive centers in the
Yeah.
game. His defense is horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's hard to
But he
build
can shoot
around
threes,
him.
but he can shoot the threes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can shoot the three.
He has soft touch inside.
Yeah.
And so he could do all the scoring. It's just building around that is what makes him awkward because they put Rudy Gobert next to him, elite defense, and they're like, okay, our defense is kind of not as good as it should be right now. We have two towers. One of them's a defensive mastermind.
And they traded a whole bunch of pieces too.
Yeah,
exactly.
Away just for that. So.
I think they have something going with Anthony Edwards. He's not a long-term star. His career is not going to be that long. How many bags of Cheetos a week?
Really?
Yeah, he's not.
I was like, what do you mean?
He's not gonna have a long career. He's gonna be a shorter, he's gonna peak probably really early. You know.
I mean, I can see
feel like
it
he
why.
still has a couple more years.
But then again, you have freak athletes like fucking DK Metcalf that eats a bag of candy every day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just if he stays on the Timberwolves, I do see that. Like,
okay.
I do
agree.
see his career being shot down.
Right.
Well, progressing, but being shot down because
he's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is I feel like the Timberwolves have been stagnant for many years.
No.
Yeah.
Like
Wiggins era.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think
Zach LaVine era.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think the Timberwolves really know what they're doing over there.
No, they're just throwing lineups together. And does this work?
Yeah,
they're figuring it out.
I think that was good, but I think we're gonna take one more break here, and we'll come back with another subject.
we're back from our break, and we're gonna start this off with a very hot take.
Hot take.
And today's hot take is Ja Morant is not a top 5 point guard in the league. So, should I back my claim up first?
Go ahead.
Or okay, the reason why I say Ja Morant is not a top 5 point guard in the league, and this is not considering his whole interview stint with Malika Andrews. And
He has a mouth.
Yeah, he has a mouth.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can't blame him.
So, and the downfall of the Grizzlies, all of a sudden, this has nothing to do with this because even last year I even said this too. Don't get me wrong, Ja Morant is very he's very efficient when he's scoring. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like he's very one-dimensional. When you look at Ja Morant, you just see highlights when it comes to dunking on people, posterizing. He could get past anyone in the league, right? But when it comes to other aspects in being a point guard, and not only do I mean assist and stuff like that, well, basically that's my proven point is assists play a big factor, right? So now looking at the stats, right? What was it? Ja Morant averages 7-8 assists. Granted, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I just feel like Ja Morant's impact on the Grizzlies, if you were to put him on any other team, it just doesn't have the same impact. So those 8 assists are kind of like empty stats. The same way how I feel about Devin Booker. Yeah, he drops 70, he drops 40, he drops 50, but they're all empty stat games. It's not very impactful.
So you don't think he could lead to winning? He's not a winner.
I don't think he's a winning point guard. There's better words to say it. And I think the 5 people that I have in front of him are better point guards for a recipe for a winning
Who
team.
do you have ahead of him?
Steph Curry.
Because I have him exactly at 5, and I'll agree with you. Steph Curry, okay.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard.
Yep, I agree.
Luka Doncic.
Yep, I agree.
My 4th would be... We were just talking about this before.
Kyrie.
Yes,
Trae
Kyrie.
Young.
Wait, no, that's where I disagree.
Kyrie. No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said Trae Young.
I did say Trae Young.
You did say Trae Young.
Number 5, James Harden.
Not a point guard. Not a point guard.
He
Not
is
a point guard.
He is a point guard.
Okay, well, I think he sucks, and
He's a point
All
guard.
right, but that doesn't mean anything. He's a point guard.
no.
And he's a
He's
great.
a-
no,
he's a great point
Ja
guard.
is better than James Harden.
In what way?
In what way?
He's a better scorer.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
He's more efficient.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's more
No,
efficient.
He's not. No, he's not.
So Harden on the Rockets days wasn't putting up empty stats, as you say, because he wasn't winning
But he was still going in the playoff
He was
picture.
still going-
and
playoffs.
losing.
No, but what empty stats is what I mean by empty stats is when it comes down to those clutch moments when you need it. Harden was there.
Harden's
he
not
was
him.
keeping that team intact
He
as
was.
much as he can with having nobody.
He
we haven't
He
seen
had
much
he
from
had
Ja.
he had runs with the Warriors by him by
Exactly,
him and
by
his
himself,
team. By
basically.
himself basically
With Chris Paul and additions like Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook.
And Ja has had runs with the Warriors as well.
His volume,
not by himself.
his volume hasn't been.
Who's Ja's number 2?
Desmond Bain,
And another
Jaren Jackson.
and another thing that I want to point out is
That's it.
the Grizzlies had
Who'd Harden have? Eric Gordon?
a
Chris Paul.
No,
Playmaker, not a-
Chris
if-
Paul was injured.
oh yeah that
Clint
too.
Capella. He got injured in the
No,
postseason.
no,
No,
he got injured a lot in the regular season. That's why he went into the postseason injured.
All right, Clint Capella.
But he's not. Clint Capella isn't a 20.
Clint
20
Capella
scorer.
isn't what he is now with the Hawks.
Okay, Clint Capella and Jaren Jackson are similar players.
No.
Clint Capella is better defensively.
No.
Clint Capella's better than Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson.
Defensively,
No.
Jaren
That's
Jackson.
Jaren Jackson's game.
Jaren Jackson
What?
is
Jaren Jackson has a ridiculous offensive game.
No.
But
He
You
can
got-
shoot the 3.
Yes,
he has a soft touch.
Jaren Jackson is a
But
top 10
defensively-
defending big guy in the league.
Defensively, Jaren Jackson, that's his role on the Grizzlies.
And that was Clint Capella's role on that team.
Of course, but Clint Capella was never praised like Jaren Jackson is for his defense. I'm sorry to tell
Do
you.
you ever hear of Jaren Jackson being top notch for his defense? I don't. I mean,
Wait,
Clint Capella.
Clint Capella.
When?
I really don't. I really
I've
don't.
never
heard Clint Capella really.
I hear a lot of people talk about Jaren Jackson defense. I never
Don't get
hear
me
about
wrong.
Clint
I
Capella.
think Clint Capella is a great
Piece.
role player. Like not role player. He's a starter. Definitely
starter.
on,
He's
on
a good
most
piece
teams
on
in the
teams.
fucking league.
Yeah.
But he's great with boards.
Yeah.
100%.
And
but
pick and roll offense. He can
as
run
the
that.
years go by, I feel like
He's gotten older.
Clint Capella's obviously he's getting older, but like Clint Capella's game is very one dimensional. You know, getting boards. He's not very good offensively, and you have players coming to the league. Like there's players like Jaren Jackson that are freaks of nature on defense, and they can score the ball.
Yeah.
James Wiseman, if he's healthy, freak of nature on offense, and he's big, and he can play defense too. You have Victor Wembanyama coming in the league. You know what I mean? Like even back in the day, you had freaks of nature too
Yeah.
at the 4 and 5 position. But getting away from the point of the matter is, John Morant is not a top 5 point guard in the league.
I disagree, and I'm gonna look up some Harden numbers because I think Ja's averaging better numbers. I think Ja has way better numbers.
Let's see.
I hate that. I hate numbers. So annoying. But we go off. We can't.
I only hate numbers when it comes to like
Yeah. Harden's averaging 21 points,
doesn't need to
Uh,
average that much.
10 assists, and
10 assists.
how many rebounds?
7.
6.2.
6 rebounds,
yeah.
10 assists, and 20. That is
Okay, but Ja's
that's literally
averaging
all you need.
27,
Okay,
8 assists, so
8.
2 less,
8 assists.
and
See, but that's why I don't like going off numbers, is because
Just because his number don't mean he do that every day.
that's why I don't really like
he does
all the
No, he
time.
doesn't. He does not have 8 assists every game. No, he doesn't. He has like 4, maybe
So
3.
how does a player average 8 assists a game? If
He doesn't do it every day.
It's on the average.
Okay,
It's on the average. But he
and we're
doesn't
looking
do it
at
every day.
John Morant's last couple stints. The boy's been going off with
Yep.
assists. But what me and Danny are trying to get at is the fact is when it comes to numbers, yeah, I get you. But that's why I'm going back to empty stats and empty points, empty this, empty this.
Harden isn't affecting the winning there. That is the Embiid-led team.
Harden
and
changed his whole game.
Oh.
Harden changed. That's what I'm saying. Harden changed his entire game to fit that Sixers organization.
Do you
and
think-
as much as I hate the fucking Sixers, they're still third in the fucking West.
They are.
I mean, third in the East. What am I saying?
They're in the East, yeah.
You get me?
And
And that's
The
what I'm saying is
Grizzlies are
you
where?
put John Morant in better example because we did the Suns. You put John Morant in James Harden's
Wait,
situation.
but
That
the
team is not as successful.
the Grizzlies are second, and they're 35-22 with the better record. No, almost better. 38-19.
Right.
So
and
they're
I want to
very
get
similar.
And I want to get down to this too. Is last year the Grizzlies were 13-2 in games that John Morant didn't play.
Okay, so they could still play. That's fine.
But that's what I'm saying when it comes to
that's what he's
impact.
saying. It's coming to
Okay,
impact.
take Harden out. The Sixers are still winning games. Are they not?
That ball's not moving much.
It don't matter.
That's been their
it don't
problem
matter.
That's
but
been their
they
problem
still
for
won
years.
games
What do you
for
mean don't
years.
matter? That's the whole
They
point of
still
basketball.
won
Move the
games
ball.
for
They've
years.
always had but that's the thing. The Sixers, as much as we hate the Sixers because you're a Raptors fan and I'm a Celtics fan, the Sixers have always been on our ass
Okay,
in
and
the
that's
East, and
without
that's because why?
Harden.
They always had a ball dominant. They always had a ball dominant point guard, but
Who was the point guard before Harden?
Ben Simmons, assist machine. You get what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not taking away from Ja that Ja Morant is.
I won't agree that Harden is better than Ja.
I think
think it
James
is.
Harden
He's
is
not.
a winning
Because
point guard.
No, he's not. He's never won. He's never won.
Because he never had a team.
He never had a
my
team.
boy.
Bro, he
That is
carried
never had a team.
the
No,
Rockets to the playoffs.
That's all. What if? He's
Multiple
never won.
what if. He's
never
done
won.
it.
He's never won.
He's never carried them to Rockets.
Ja Morant's never won either. So what are you saying?
He's so young.
Okay, but that's
Okay, but
that,
Harden's coming to the end of his career, and what has he done?
Harden's not
he
coming
was
to the
on
end of
that
his career.
Thunder team. He didn't win. He was on that Rockets team that
He
made it
wasn't.
pretty far. Never won. He was on that Nets team that was supposed to be god amazing. Never did anything. He's never won.
James Harden played 1 or 2 games in the Nets.
Okay,
because of injury.
I don't care. He's never won throughout this whole career.
Great.
And
Alright, so-
But I can't make that argument towards you because Ja Morant doesn't have enough doesn't
So
have
can I
enough
Okay,
volume.
so let's wait a couple of years.
So
but
let's take the volume out. and
it's
let's
crazy
get
that he
down.
already has
So
better like.
But stats don't.
Okay, so can I say one thing? Because you're going off this James Harden shit. Look at KD.
He's won. Okay.
Oh, has he won by himself?
It don't matter.
Huh?
He was on a team.
Has he won by himself?
He's won.
He was on a stacked motherfucking team.
Okay.
What has he done by himself?
Yeah, I agree. He hasn't done shit by himself, but he still won.
So put that. Do you believe they won because of KD? I don't.
He helped. He definitely helped. It's fucking
Exactly.
Kevin Durant putting up the same numbers.
But you see what I mean? He had help.
I agree
James
with
Harden
Danny.
was-
I agree with Danny in that sense.
James
but-
Harden was bringing the Rockets to the playoffs by himself. What has KD done by himself
He did
since
bring-
leaving the Warriors? What has he done?
He did bring with injured Kyrie and Harden. He did
Nets.
almost beat the Bucks.
But did
Yeah.
he? But did he win?
No. Okay.
So
Has Harden ever won?
Again,
but
what are his championships from?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Won.
you got okay.
Bro.
I
He's
get
made
what
it
you guys are saying. But
You
you guys
get what
are-
I'm saying, right?
I get what you're saying, and I get what you're saying too. I agree with the both of you, right? Because
he's
KD has
won.
never won. Harden has never won either, right? KD brought his team, the Nets, without barely having Harden and
He's-
barely having Kyrie.
So if you're doing that instance,
Right.
he's in the same boat as James Harden. If he doesn't go to the Warriors, I guarantee he does not have 2 fucking
But-
championships.
And I get you that James Harden hasn't won anything. But if we're talking about point guards and winning point guards, Ja Morant is not a winning point guard.
Based off of what?
What
Put him in
How
another-
far did he make it last year?
Second round?
if you
But he
put-
didn't win. Correct.
If
He's
you-
only had how many years trying this? This year
Okay,
he's
that's
already
why I
the
don't
second
wanna-
seed.
That's why I don't want to talk. That's why I don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
why I don't want to talk about volume and playoffs. I'm talking about winning. I'm talking about not even talking about winning. I'm talking about if you put him in a different situation, right? Obviously, he's playing with the team that he's playing with. That's not what I'm saying. It's just he's not a plug and play point guard, and that's the thing you need to be when you're a point guard in the league. Because
But we're-
in 5 years,
But
in
we're not
5 years,
all-time point guards.
Okay.
Right now in the league,
sorry?
on the
All
teams that they
time.
are, all the teams that they are point guards.
What do you mean? Wait, what did you say?
Top 5 point guards on their teams right now. Just looking
On
at
who's?
this season.
All season?
This
Of
season.
West and
This
East?
season, top 5 point guards. Yes.
they're
John
all-
Morant is top 5. This
Wait.
season.
This season,
Yeah.
Ja Morant is
yeah.
top 5 point
Yeah.
guard.
Yes. His numbers are better than Trey Young's, Harden's. He's the
If we're
second
talking
seed.
about, if we're talking
He's
about right now, as
impacting
in, like,
winning.
If you're
if we're
going
talking
off-
about
if
right
you're
now,
going off
as in like
numbers, then
nobody's
yeah.
healthy, like and people aren't healthy, we're not talking about yet. Yes, I'll give it to him. But what I'm trying to say is,
If you
Ja Morant is very one-dimensional in a sense when it comes to empty stats,
Second seed.
and if you plug and play,
don't matter
him
what
into
seed you are. If
any
you don't
team-
win nothing, you suck.
They're winning.
if you
Regular
plug and play
season.
him into any other organization, he does not fit as well as those other 5 point guards that I named. Kyrie fits. Dame Lillard fits. James Harden fits the most. Steph Curry fits the most. And who was the other one that we said?
Luka,
obviously not being Luka. So my list:
Trae
Steph
Young.
Curry,
You said Trae Young.
Steph
too.
Curry,
Trae Young is not better
closer.
than Ja.
He fits the system, bro.
So now
Listen,
we're talking about
listen.
who's the better fit overall.
That's the
on other
that's the
teams.
whole point of being a good point guard in this league.
Good
if
point
you
guard
fit the
is-
system and
is
lead the team
success,
with players,
stats,
no,
like
no,
Yeah.
no.
accolades, achievements.
So
He
you
hasn't won anything, so you can't say anything.
so you put John Morant where James Harden is right now.
The Sixers
John
are the
Morant
same team.
are John Morant and Sixers are
This
the same
season,
team.
this
yeah.
season,
Yeah,
yeah, John Morant's gonna do way better on that Sixers team than James Harden would.
they're the same right now.
John Morant is not close to being a better playmaker.
You're telling me you put John Morant where James Harden is right now.
Yeah,
The 76ers are doing better
yes,
or the same?
better.
All right, what about John Morant and the Warriors? No.
Weird point guard situation with the Warriors.
Okay.
They have Poole and Curry. It works.
Okay,
Splash.
now what about the Trailblazers with Damian Lillard?
They need Dame to
Okay,
stretch that.
now what about the Mavericks with Luka?
They could fit him in there.
How?
How?
What do you mean how?
Lucas is the ball dominant point guard.
Luka's a ball dominant point guard, and Kyrie can play off ball.
Okay.
John Morant.
John Morant is a
already
ball
discussed-
dominant point guard.
Ja can play off ball as well.
No, he can't.
Yes,
not
he
as,
can.
well, not as
Prove.
well as the other
Bro,
players.
John Morant's not a shooter like Luka or Kyrie.
Okay. Then why does he have the same 3-point percentage as Trae Young this season?
Because Trae Young has more
Young
volume
has-
than.
One more shot per game.
Put the word out of my mouth.
One more shot per game.
But that's Trae.
Trey's
That's
using
Trae
shit-
Young's game though.
Trae Young is shooting 6 threes a game.
Plus, Trae Young's also
Ja
sharing
is
the ball.
shooting 5.
Plus, Trae Young's also sharing the ball with can't say his name.
DeJounte Murray
Yeah,
and
that's
John
another
Morant sharing
point
the
guard.
ball with Desmond Bain.
No,
Desmond Bane's been
bro.
injured.
John
So he's had
Morant
to
is
step
not a
up.
shooter like Trae Young or Murray.
What I'm trying to say is he can be.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
I
don't think John
We're going to
Morant's-
agree to disagree. I
I'm-
think
I
John's
don't-
top 5.
We're not saying. I'm not saying that
I'm
John
not
Morant.
saying- I'm not
isn't
taking
a
anything
good
away
play-
from
isn't a
John
good player.
Morant.
John Morant's stats are ridiculous this year. That's
I
why
agree.
he's an all-star.
And his team's
100%.
success is also
His team is successful,
ridiculous.
100%. But you're telling me that all those other teams, because we're talking about teams, let's not even talk about plug and play and other thing. The Grizzlies are beating the healthy Warriors.
That's a good series. Because we've seen it go to 7 before. And anyone can argue the Warriors haven't gotten that much better than they did last season. And the Grizzlies are a young team constantly getting better.
Okay,
They have not. No
That's a
one
good
is even
series,
over
but I think the Warriors
25.
take it.
It's a good series, and I think the Grizzlies take it in 7.
Luka against the Warriors. I mean, Luka against the Grizzlies. The Mavericks against.
That's a good series. I think
I think.
Mavericks in 6 or 7. Mavericks in 6 or 7. But they're pushing them. That is a team that can compete, and they proved it last year. They made it. I forget how far, but they second round. They could do better, and they're getting better, and they're all young. They're all
They
young.
haven't.
That's a
They
team.
haven't added anyone either.
But they're all young. They're all getting. Ja's much better than he was last season. Numbers prove it. Jaren Jackson is better defensively than he was last season. Proven. Desmond Bain, to start, I know he's injured right now, you said? To start the season, him and Ja were averaging, 25 each, I think. And he's only getting better. He started off as just a 3-point shooting. I didn't even know the guy. I saw this Bain dude. I was like,
Yeah, I
he's
didn't know.
this jacked-
I didn't know him either. But
musclehead.
the Celtics drafted him and we let him go.
Exactly,
Crazy.
and he just and he's still
Flourished.
he's still getting better. Now he developed a slashing game to his game, and he's averaging 25 as John Morant. That team is getting better.
My whole point is, I don't think ball dominant point guards and on playoff team is a good playoff picture. It is a good recipe for a for the playoff team. I really don't think so.
Would you consider what Kobe did ball dominant point guard? Because he kind of ran the team.
I mean, he
that's-
was ball dominant,
that's
just like LeBron is. But that's the thing is, he could play anywhere. Like
that's true.
Kobe could guard 1 through 5.
Because
John Morant
size.
can't. John Morant can't guard 1 through 5. Luka
You're
can't
right.
guard 1 through 5. Kyrie can't guard. So it is
Luka
doing.
can guard 1 through 4.
No.
Just barely. He's a bit.
He's a little hefty. I don't think he could guard
but-
though. Nah.
Maybe a Kevin Love. You know,
and you
the
don't
smaller
want
forwards.
Luka. You don't want the. That's why it's kind of like a weird thing, just because LeBron is out here guarding.
Yeah.
Is out here guarding
One
the best players. One of the best players on the team. Luka, he's not. You're looking at him to pass the ball
Yeah.
and to be
Yeah.
offensively scoring. You don't want him going back and forth with the
Yeah.
best player. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But my whole point is, ball dominant point guards really don't have that much. In this day and age, I've never seen a ball dominant point guard. That's why kind of Steph Curry kind of shifted his game. Steph Curry going up with the Warriors, ball dominant point guard. He didn't have Klay Thompson. He was balling his ass off, but was he getting anywhere? No, because you need to have multiple aspects to your game. And I'm not saying John Morant doesn't have that, but as of right now,
John Morant
I
thinks
think
he's a
there's five.
star.
I think there's 5 people
He's
that
a
do
star.
it better than him. I think there's 5 people that do it better than him. And that's why I bring it back to the plug and play, is just because like situations matter too. Obviously, John Morant's on his team. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying like when it comes to that, if you can achieve and if you can be a successor on other teams, then that's a good sign that you're just a plug and play and a great fit on multiple teams.
He could fill
John
a certain
Morant,
team.
I don't
He could-
think he would be good with Kyrie on the Mavs.
But that's.
I don't
certain
think he'll
teams.
be good with the Suns. I don't think he'll be as good as he is with the Suns.
I think that if you put John Morant on the Suns, that's a championship.
Just because,
Other than like
Just because-
swap Chris Paul, John.
honestly, I think you put anyone on the Suns right now and they'll be a fucking good. Because it's the Suns. They have KD, D-Book, and fucking DeAndre Ayton. That's just a set team.
Yeah.
You feel me? But John Morant doesn't have to score 20.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to rely on his other aspects of his game.
And if he
but
were to
his other
focus-
aspects, the other aspects of his game is not as strong as those other 5 people.
But if you were to put if you put him on that team, I think he could. If on the team he is now, he's averaging 8 assists. I think he could easily average 10 assists on the Suns, easily. 2 more assists with all those stars around him, playing with D Book. That's
Yeah.
a easy, you know.
Yeah, but he has to change play style.
Yeah,
That's
change the
hard.
play style, pass a bit more, and getting assists is easier when
has
you're
to
passing
turn- he
more.
has to-
Defense too.
He has to turn into a Harden.
Defense, he could.
John Morant, okay.
He has speed. He has agility. He has that lateral quickness. He could jump. He has the tools.
He's a freak of nature. I agree with you
Exactly.
there.
He has the tools.
I just think the Grizzlies, he's in his best situation on
Yeah,
the Grizzlies.
yeah, of
so
course.
if they don't win with this team, I think outside of John Morant or any other team, I don't think it's sufficeable. His talents aren't sufficeable.
Hopefully, he is a franchise. You love to see a good franchise player.
Of
You
course.
love seeing Dirk.
I would love to
staying
see
with
the Grizzlies
Mavericks.
win just because like they've so much shit has been talked about them and shit like that.
And they
I'm
both-
not talking down on Ja because Ja shut me
Yeah,
up
I
last
know.
year. You feel me? I didn't think Ja was that good, but
Yeah.
he clearly shows it this year.
Yeah.
Showed it this year.
Yeah, not
Bro,
disrespecting John.
it's
But
crazy.
it's just,
That's how it
I
is.
think James Harden, I think Dame Lillard, I think Steph, I think Luka, and I think Kyrie are all better than them at the point, better than him at the point guard position. Just because a point guard is what? A
Playmaker.
facilitator, a playmaker.
Yeah, a team
Makes
player.
it
I know.
happen. You get me?
And Ja is just a bit different. He's a different because he came to the league trying to snatch people's souls. He has that mindset. He thinks he's him. And when you play with that confidence, it can.
It reminds
make
me of
you-
Russell Westbrook. That's what he was thinking.
And Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer, I believe. Definitely. By the time he
Yeah, definitely a Hall of Famer, but that's the thing. Why is Russell Westbrook struggling to find an organization to be
Exactly.
comfortable with? That's my whole point.
That's
Is
the
like,
whole point.
Well, Ja also has his whole career ahead of him.
no, yeah, that's
He
what I'm
does,
saying. But like, my whole point is that
When it doesn't work out for Grizzlies,
those 5, as of right now, is what I'm talking about. Not talking about later in his career. As of right now, there are 5 guys that have been doing it consistently that you can't put John Morant over them.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. It's just like John Morant. I see the hype and I see looking at his numbers. It's ridiculous. Like you shut me up with the numbers. I didn't know he was averaging fucking 8 assists. That's insane.
On top of 27.9 points.
Exactly.
Almost
You get
28.
me? He's in the perfect situation. So this is the situation where he's gonna thrive the most. You get me? But the fact is that you have playoff contending teams like the Mavericks. You have playoff contending teams like the Warriors. All at that point guard. All at that point guard position, and also in other positions too. They're just better all around. You get me? Like 3-point Warriors have been a 3-point team since the fucking start. You
Yeah.
get me? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no locking that defense down. You saw what the Celtics fell to them. The best defense in the league fell to them. You get me?
Yeah. Thank you.
What's it called? So that's why I'm saying John Morant needs to be more efficiently as a 5-tool player, because he can be the 5-tool player, but he needs to be more efficient on other ends for me to see, like, you get me? Like, I want to see John Morant go for 20 points one game with fucking 18 assists. You get me?
Okay.
2 steals.
So prove that he could do it all.
Exactly. You feel me?
Look,
I don't
want to see a bad game shooting, not
exactly.
bad efficiency, but switch your game around.
Exactly. Every time I see John Morant, it's always a highlight of dunking.
All right.
It's never and the crazy thing is John Morant averages 27. He averages in one game 27 points, 17 assists, and 10 rebounds. Why is that on SportsCenter? But if Nikola Jokic does it, what was it? 20 points,
20
rebounds,
20
and
assists.
10 assists. Like,
assists,
you feel me?
Yeah.
He just averaged 20, 25, 27 points. I think close to 30.
Yeah.
With 10 assists and 10
Well, that's
rebounds.
an
Why is that
MVP player.
That's what I'm saying. I want more. It's not. I'm saying I want more of that. It's just show me that the Grizzlies actually can rely on you on multiple ends of the court,
I feel you.
as other point guards in the league can do. James Harden could give you easily 25 points, but he can easily give you 10 assists.
With 15 free throws.
I mean, his game did change.
It did. I know he's not.
They're not calling bullshit like that no more.
But
We
he's
saw that
also
last year.
not scoring 37 a game.
Yeah, that 100%. But now that he has Joel Embiid, he could score 40.
Bro,
I'm cool with my 10 assists and 8 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that I don't think there's another player on the Grizzlies that could do numbers like that. If it's not Desmond Bane shooting fucking 9 threes a game.
Yeah, I feel
You
you.
get me?
Yeah.
Like, it's harder. Ja has that pressure on him because he has to be that guy for that team. So you add somebody to complement him. Ja Morant doesn't have to score 25. I mean, Ja Morant doesn't have to go for 35 every game just to win a
and he
game.
can do the
He can go for
assists.
25, 10 assists, and that'll be more than enough to put him away.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Ja Morant definitely pushing his way to top 5. We still have the second half of the season.
Yeah. If
You got me?
if he does a good playoff run this year, stays second seed, goes conference final, even final,
Even conference finals.
Different talk.
Yeah.
we'll talk then.
But
All right.
yeah, I think it was a great take. We'll have another hot
like
take
one.
next week.
Uh-huh.
That's the
the
end
hot
of our
take
hot
of this
take
week.
segment this week.
Yes.
That's something new we're gonna incorporate in this
Yeah,
think
definitely
it's-
got to incorporate this in the podcast. Get a little
debate going.
Debate
again.
going.
Always
I
down
feel
to
like we're always
argue.
agreeing on shit, but like
yeah, because it's
you
like
love to see like
hot
debate.
takes is like you go like he just said. Like, I came up with this hot take, bro, but he's scoring the same thing as Trae Young. It's like, fuck. Like,
Yep.
you're kind of making it harder for me, Buzz. But
One thing.
but yeah, that's a wrap for this show, guys.
I agree.
When do you think this is gonna be uploaded?
Maybe the
week.
weekend or next week.
Yeah,
Probably next week. I'll give you guys till next week.
be on the lookout.
I got two more parts coming out of the last one you guys saw, so that will be coming out soon.
Thank you, Khaled, for being a
Thank
guest. We hope to have you again.
Of course. Always down.
Better.
All right, guys, that's a wrap.
All right, yo. Peace out.
Peace.